Good morning and welcome to SATYA Live. Hello, I'm seeing people jump on. There's Carol and Alex. So good to see you. So good to know that we have this time together every Sunday to get together and have a little spiritual tune in and tune up. And I'm so glad that you're here, whether you're here for the first time or you're back because you're part of this community and you love to connect and be spiritually nourished, because I have some really great things to share with you today. And the theme for January is joy. And today we're going to be looking at how to experience joy in our lives for no reason. And so welcome, and I'd love to start with a little meditation. So, welcome, and let's go within. Let's close the outer eyes and come to a place of centered awareness. There's nowhere else to be and nothing else to do other than to simply be here now. So take a breath and arrive inside. Maybe you just allow your breath to take you more deeply into the presence, the one life, the one power, the one body, the one experience that we're all sharing, and just get a sense of that you're grounded and connected for no other reason than your soul chose to be here, that you actually chose to incarnate into this life, this one precious, unique body, having this unique experience as you, as me, all of us, differentiated beings, here to live a life of magnificence, to live a life of joy and abundance, to channel our energy, our attention into whatever it is that we want to experience. This is to live a life on purpose, to live an intentional life. And so just sit and settle and breathe that in. You are here to live your life to the fullest. You are here equipped with everything you need: an amazing mind, an imagination, a body with energy and powers to live this life full out, to bring yourself, your most authentic self, into everything you do, into every relationship you have. And most importantly, into creating a masterpiece, your life. And just as painter artists have the equipment, the paint, the brushes, the canvas, all the things, the water, that they need to be able to paint something amazing, you are the artist of your life. And you have everything inside yourself to be able to create a beautiful masterpiece that is your life. So, good morning. Open your eyes and be here now. And trust and know that something that I will be sharing, talking about, downloading, channeling today will be for you. And all the rest of the stuff that doesn't seem that relevant to you, just leave that, because there'll be something, there'll be a nugget of truth, a pearl of wisdom that you can take forward in creating a deeper, more joyful life. So I'm so glad that you're here. And for those of you that don't know me, I'm Ali Benjamin, and I am the director of the SATYA Center. And this SATYA Center, who are the ones that are sponsoring this broadcast. And the mission and the vision of Satya is to inspire minds, heal hearts, transform lives, and evolve consciousness. So that's what we're doing. And that's what I know this message today will help you realize more fully. So joy for no reason. You know, we all have this deep seated, soulful reason for being here. We are a spiritual being having a very human experience, but underscore that spiritual being. You have a soul mission or a soul reason to be here, period. And that's to live you, to be you to the fullest. And so when we kind of get trapped in this human condition of looking for a reason outside of ourselves to be happy, looking for a reason outside of ourselves to be content, looking for a reason to have fun, just waiting and looking rather than coming back to the self and realizing that the reason, there's no external reason for you necessarily to be happy or find contentment, but some of those external things can be a point or a reason for you to experience those things. But to really live on purpose, to be grounded in your own self, to be living an authentic life, resisting the need or the temptation to wait for reasons to be happy or joyful is the key point. It's to be sovereign, to be self-contained, self-reliant, trusting and knowing that things come and go. And so if we're placing our good out there, meaning if we're expecting someone to show up in a particular way, or we're waiting for situations or circumstances to be a particular way before we're happy, or before we're creative, or before we're engaged, then we're going to be living conditional lives. We're living from the outside in, and we are designed to live from the inside out. And so just like within the apple seed, within the apple is an apple seed, and within that apple seed, there's a possibility for growing apples, right? So within that apple, within that seed, there's a possibility for growing apples, and which could ultimately manifest as an entire orchard of apple trees. So all of that entire orchard of apple trees, and all the good that comes from those apples that have been eaten or made into juice, or whatever happens to all of the apples in the apple orchard, all of that, think of all the magnificence, all the joy, all the nourishment, all the nutrients that those apples in the apple orchard spread out across the county or the country or whatever. That seed put into a particular environment with the sun and the soil and the nutrients that it needs, those apples have the potential for great impact. So we're somewhat like those apple seeds. Within us is everything that we need to live a full-on, full-out, joyful life. But unlike the apple seed and the apple tree, we don't need external conditions to be just right, although it can help, because we have the internal conditions at our control. What does that mean? We are the ones that make the environment, the inner environment, that is most beneficial for that seed, that blueprint, that authentic self that is seeking to be expressed by each and every one of us. We have the capacity to create the perfect inner environment for that blueprint to come online and to be expressed out in the world. And that looks like a life lived full on and full out, where you're participating in things that you love to do, that you have intentionally chosen people to be in relationship with, and that you are giving of yourself to that relationship so that there's this mutual love and appreciation and give and take, and that you are bringing forth your most authentic self into the work you do, into the service you bring to the world. And so you create this inner environment that says yes to you living the life you want. And so part of this living the life you want, or living on purpose, or living a conscious life, is about setting intentions. Because you, me, we have the power to set intentions. And intentions are like a rudder on a ship. When we have an intention and we set it, then we go in that direction. Just like the ship, when the rudder is set to a particular direction, it goes in that direction. So we set this internal intention. So what are some of the intentions that you have? What are the intentions you have for your life? Do you intend to be happy? Do you intend to be abundant and prosperous? Do you intend to be creative? Do you intend to have a job that you love? Do you intend to live in a home that matches your desire for aesthetics and for the creature comforts that you desire, that bring you joy? So you have the ability to be fully grounded in your intentions, grounded in grace and overflowing with joy. That's an intention. So you can intend. You can intend to be happy for no reason, because that internal reason, that connection with your soulful self, is in check. Your mind knows it, your heart feels it, your body is engaged with the doingness of you living life to the fullest. So what happens if you do a little self-inquiry and find out what's getting in the way of me living a joyful, fully realized life, an authentic life that aligns with my mind, with my heart, with my soul? What happens if we do a little self-inquiry and look to see what's getting in the way of me living this bigger life, of drawing a larger circle that I can step into and expand and experience more vibrant and juicy relationships, work that I love to do, that feeds my soul and impacts others in ways that make a difference? Maybe you ask yourself, who would I be without my major complaints? Who would I be without my excuses? Who would I be without my doubts and fears? And when we start to ask these questions and kind of poke our paradigm, poke our ego structure into expanding, becoming a bit more curious, we open up into a larger realm of potentialities, possibilities that exist beyond maybe the smaller circle that we've lived in, the box that we've created for ourselves unintentionally sometimes. And with these self-inquiry questions, we open the lid of the box, we expand the circle, and we open up to become more curious. We're less locked in to the old self, that limited, doubtful self that has just kind of held on to the old story about who we are. And we expand and we become more receptive. And so as we use our intention and we give our intention some attention, we start to move in the direction that our soul wants us to go. Just like setting the rudder on a ship, we start to move in the direction. We've set an intention. What's your intention? Decide on one today. And just see if that simple mental task and that emotional connection with that task, that intention, doesn't steer you in the direction that your soul really wants you to go in. That bigger life that your heart knows is possible. So when you set an intention and you start to determine how you're going to act, how you're going to feel, what needs to happen as you start to move in the direction of your intention or your dream or your goal or that greater yet to be, that you know you want to be, and you start to feel that intention coming alive in you, you become determined, and you don't wait for things to be a particular way on the outside. You don't wait for reasons on the outside to do this. The reason's already set. You're here. You incarnated into this body, into this particular family. You've attracted these particular circle of friends and the work you do. The intention's been set. You're here, right at the very center of your life. Now what? Where are you going? So you set a course and you start to live by design rather than default. You start to live by that song of your spirit within you that is calling you to grow, to spread your wings, to take a leap of faith, to push your boundaries, to break the habit of being your old self and embrace the you that you know you want to be. Because everything is within you. And when we set a powerful internal intention that aligns with our soul's purpose, our soul's reason for being, we become powerful co-creators. That's something to really embody and embrace and actualize. You are a powerful co-creator. You are a creative being that can use your imagination. You can imagine what you want to experience. You can use your memory of what worked in the past and realize that you've got more going on, more of a foundation than you maybe have realized. And you start to build up some self-worth and some motivation and value yourself, some self-esteem to realize that you're on the very leading edge of being a master manifester of your life. And whilst there'll be allies that will join you in this mission, on this soul's purpose, on your intentional journey, the major part of it is up to you. You have the ability to tap into your superpowers, to think a new thought, to hone your skill set, to build your intelligence, to deepen your emotional quotient, your emotional intelligence, so you're not pulled off course when things don't go your way, but you're firm and you're solid and you're centered, your intention, your rudder is set, and you're going in the direction of the life you truly want to live, which I imagine is a life of joy, of abundance, prosperity, meaning, fulfilling relationships, doing good works in the world, harnessing your energies to create that beautiful life that has impact, that does lift other people up by just your energy, your aura, the light that you bring into the world. You're like that apple seed. You have within you everything to grow into an apple tree that produces apples, that nourishes people, just like the acorn that has within it the oak, that brings majestic, beautiful tree into form that might be shade for someone that is hot, or might be seeds for the squirrels to take on and hide for the winter. Just like the avocado that grows into an avocado grove that nourishes many, and how many of us love avocado toast. You have within you a seed, a potential that is to be unleashed. And it's something that we can look for within ourselves at any stage of the game. Whether you're in your teens or whether you're like me in your 60s, there's an ever fresh, vibrant seed within you that wants to come forth and bloom, blossom, grow into something magnificent. And each and every one of us have this bigger picture of what we want our life to look like, of where we're headed, and how that's going to impact our family. I know for me, my grandchildren, I think about the legacy I'm going to leave, and that makes me stand up a bit taller. That makes me want to be a living demonstration of living in principle, of trusting the universe, knowing that my thoughts create, knowing that my attitude is everything, that I'm here to be a light, to be a positive influence. We all can decide for ourselves who we want to be, how we want to be, and how we want to impact and influence those that are in our circle and beyond. Because we live in a oneness field. We live in a world where we're all connected and we're all impacting each other. It all starts right here, like Gandhi said, being the change we wish to see in the world. And so we get to cultivate this dream within us. We get to do whatever it is that we know that we need to do, because within our vision, maybe we think about what do I want my life to look like a year from now? If time, talent, energy, resources, none of that was an influence, a negative influence, let's say, what would my life look like if I had unlimited resources, if I had access to all the wisdom, if I had access to all the energy I needed, all the resources? What would my life look like a year from now if everything unfolded perfectly? And we allow ourselves some time to dream and envision this orchard, this grove, this bigger, expanded expression of our lives. And we start to realize that within that vision, there comes all the instructions. So it's kind of like reverse engineering. We cast a vision, and then we ask that vision, who do I need to become? What do I need to embrace? What mindsets, heart sets, skills do I need to develop in order to become that woman, that man, that person? And we start to sit with that. We start to ruminate. We start to stir the dream cauldron, and we start to get information. We start to develop this deep listening to the vision that is now instructing us, informing us, and giving us its clear insight. This is our future self talking to us. This is our future most magnificent self that's already done this lifetime, that we can tap into, that can inform us, that can help us, that can pull us forward into the greater yet to be. So let us listen. Let us develop the discernment that is going to have us weed out, what are my ego's fears and wants, and what are my soul's desires? What's my soul's wisdom that I can hear as I tune out of the ego's doubts and fears, and I tune in to my soul's wisdom, to my entelechy, to that deeper part of me that knows. And so we start to move beyond the perimeters or the boundaries that our ego has set for us, and we start to dissolve those. And we start to see that there's more possible for us than we've ever imagined. And we can claim this, and we know this, and it's good. And so we start to know that we don't have to have reasons to be happy. We don't have to have Mr. or Mrs. Right in our life to be happy. We don't have to have the money or the fame or the influence or even the health. Maybe we can just start from right here, even if we have a diagnosis. We don't have to place our good on an external thing, person, place, situation, or circumstance. We can be happy for absolutely no reason. And as we start to settle into that consciousness, as we start to realize that there's reason enough, and that reason is we were born, we're incarnated, we're here to live life to the fullest. We're here to bring forth our joy, not wait for it, but bring it forth, because that's how the law of attraction works. You are it, and then you experience that reflection of more of it. So be the joy, be the abundance, start giving, start being generous with your time, your talent, your resources. And the more you give, naturally through the law of circulation, the more you receive. And this is how we get buoyed up to a higher space. We evolve in our consciousness, because once we've been there, once we've been at the top of the mountain, at that elevated point of awareness, of emotional intelligence, of love, we see the beauty of life. We see it, we drink it in, we acknowledge it, and we praise it. So thank you so much for being here today. I hope that this has impacted you, that it's shifted something within you that leads you to saying yes to your life. And if there has been something that has been powerful and important, and you'd like to share that love and that circulation, you can donate through our website or through Venmo or PayPal to give our vision and mission wings, which is to inspire minds, heal hearts, and transform lives. We do that every Sunday, and we do it every Monday. Tomorrow, I'm going to be doing my podcast, Growing Edge Live, with Dorina Kors, who is the space doula. She is all about feng shui and healing your life, clearing up your life through clearing up your home and getting straight and organized with all that. So peace and blessings to you. If you'd like to get in touch with us, you can go ahead and email us at the Satya Center at Gmail. We've got practitioners that want to support you in realizing what maybe your mind has forgotten, but your soul already knows. We can be your partners in believing. So get in touch with us and let us know how we can support you, and we can realize, hold the high watch for you living that bigger, expanded version of you, living life, a joyful life for no reason. So thanks again for being here. Have a magnificent Sunday, and I'll see you tomorrow right here for Growing Edge Live. Peace and blessings, and I just speak a word of prayer right now, knowing that we're all one, we're all love, and we're all experiencing life for no reason other than our soul wanted to be here. Live it out, live it full on. Peace and blessings. Bye-bye.